Well, hi, friends. Chris Kelly here. Hey, it's late in the week. Time to take a look at stats and talk a little bit about what's going on in the wide world of real estate here in Portland Metro. So, before I jump into stats, I just want to say we had a fantastic movie event last weekend. Uh, Unlike the year before, where it was blizzard-like conditions and intermittent power, we had great weather, super cooperative, had a nice, huge turnout like always. Just had a fun time. So thanks for everybody that came. Really, really good to see you. And sorry for those that missed it. It's definitely a good time. We hope to see you at our next one. We'll have our shred event in the spring, just a place to attend to spring cleaning type stuff. So, all right. All that said, let's minimize me and let's take a look at some information. So, and nothing terribly dramatic. I mean, I look at this 100% change versus the week prior. That's because the week prior was New Year's, or included New Year's. So that's pretty usual the second week in January. But it's interesting when you look at the three metrics that I typically look at on a week over week basis: new listings, pending sales, sold sales. And it's not so much the specific 493 number, it's how does it trend, right? Last week, I took a lot deeper dive into stats and talked about that. But, again, this is that flat market. When it looks largely like that, that's a fairly flat market. Listings are up a little bit, but by and large, that's been the rate of new listings hitting the market at this time of the year. Same thing with pending sales. We're down a little, but not jaw-dropping, not dramatically. Again, that single digit change is really the thing. Sold sales too. I mean, they've started with a 2 the last 3 years now. Median and average sales price, that just keeps kind of doing what it does. Last week it was a little higher. The week before it was a lot lower. Now it's a little lower than it was. It's just kind of bouncing along that fairly steady eddy, flat rate. Similar with days on the market, both average and median. Like I said, the average moves around a little bit more for all the reasons, which is why I look at average and median. But these are down a little bit from last week, which were up a bit from the week before. So again, kind of just that relatively flat trend line. So yeah, is it a good time or a bad time to buy? Again, I'm going to keep beating this drum as long as I sell real estate as a career. It depends on your circumstances. There's always better times to sell. When it's a great time to sell, it's usually a horrible time to buy. I mean, if you're purely talking about the money and the economics and just the numbers or the math. So if it's a great time to buy, like there's just ripping deals to be had, it's probably a horrible time to sell. So, when things are flat, it's actually kind of fine to be on both sides of the ledger. Most people that are buying have something to sell. Most people that are selling are buying something. Not always. There's people entering the market and people exiting the market for various reasons, either because of age, they're starting their lives or kind of finishing out ownership, or they're moving to another country. I had multiple friends do that. Or they're moving just to another area within the United States and electing not to buy. I mean, there's all the reasons, but by and large, people are sellers and buyers when they're making a move. So, all that to say, it really does just depend. And that's why I always come back to, what are your circumstances? Does that mean it's the right time in your life to be talking about this? And if so, then we can dive a little deeper into it. If I'm helping you with this, and really decide, is this the right thing and why? And what if you didn't do it? Is that better? I mean, these are the kind of things that I sit and visit with people about when we're engaging in this process. And I just think it's important. So, I was thinking about something else I wanted to talk about, just trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about today. And, all that's going on in the world from a catastrophe or disaster standpoint, it's just got me thinking. I've as many of us have, we've probably watched a lot of coverage about the fires in the Los Angeles metro area, and it's horrible. Um, but what resonated with me is, well, what does disaster preparation actually look like? And I'll tell you what, if I talk to 10 of my friends or my clients, my relationships, I would say that at least 8 or 9 of them, including myself, admittedly, are not sufficiently prepared for a disaster like that. Even just from a documents and organizational standpoint, it got me thinking about that. So I think in the coming weeks, we'll probably figure out how to assemble and get some things out that might prove helpful for our clients and the people that we stay in touch with. If that's something that I'm not doing for you now and something you want, feel free and reach out. I'm happy to assemble that information for you. I'm going to do it for myself. It's really got me thinking about that a lot. Catastrophe happens, disasters happen. I'm not making light of it. They do, though, and being better prepared would minimize the horrific nature of what that disaster is. So I have a link. The FTC had a pretty decent, easy, consumer-friendly link to some tips, but I think I'll probably assemble something a little more comprehensive than that in the coming weeks. So. Like I said, look for that in the wherever you're seeing this, email or social media. Look for the link, and hopefully that proves helpful. Again, I'm here to help, and I'm here to help people make good decisions. I'm here to address fears and concerns, and it's what I love doing. It really is what I love doing. So, if there's something that my team or I can be doing for you and yours, please don't hesitate to reach out. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. And as I always say, until the next time.